Good morning, guys. We're currently on our way to the regionals. I'm very sleepy, and we had some stuff to deal with on the train because we got some weird tickets, but we're all good and we're on the way now. We need to still like switch a station, so we're ready to get off and get on another train. But it's all good, and yeah, I'll let you know when we arrive and everything that's happening. And I'm very glad that you're on this journey with me throughout this entire day. I usually sleep on the train. Today my husband decided we're gonna hang out so I can sleep. And I need to keep myself alive.
Prediction?
I think I'm gonna be undefeated. I think. Oh, but by the way, I'm playing adventure pranks. Do you guys want to go over what you're playing today? Let me know.
Swords of any.
You're playing swords, okay, and you're freaking out because your deck is not built yet. What are you playing?
That's all.
That's all.
So what are we playing today? That's our greatest player in the team. The youngest also. Yeah. Shadow, that's Tausch. He's probably topping.
Probably gonna lose it.
He's probably gonna throw to Shadow Rabbit again.
More than likely, like he always does.
Ancient Guardians, trademark.
Czekaj! Oh! Let's fucking go!
Damn!
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Collector trading, I'll take it.
Is this Ecclesia pool?
If this is an Ecclesia pool, I'm losing my shit.
Likewise. Or symbol Ecclesia.
Celestial?
Okay. Okay. Come on! So, what just happened? How did
I
you
got
do?
7. I went 4-1-1.
This is one of the greatest Croatian players of all time.
Yeah.
Wait, Hedger.
In
He
person.
dropped something, I think.
No, he didn't.
He didn't drop anything.
He makes no mistakes.
He makes no mistakes.
He makes no mistakes. He's not gonna make mistakes now against me in top 10.
No. Okay. So are you winning today or?
I mean, I'm gonna be paired up with a really good player, so I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Who won the regional?
I did.
Nice. Dubai.
So I won today. I still feel overwhelmed like every single.
2 boxes.
Yeah, I
and a
won
mouse.
2 boxes and a mouse and a playmat.
We already
and,
saw that, so.
Yeah, we saw that, but like every single like centimeter of my body just hurts, and I don't know what's happening, but I won, so yeah, that's cool. So I won both of these boxes. You probably saw in the vlog, and we're gonna open both of them up, and then we'll just share the pulls with you in the vlog. Good morning. It's the morning after the regional, and we're gonna go over the entire deck profile, all of my card choices, all of that. So I played Brave Pranks, and first of all, shout out to my friend Chris because he lent me the entire Brave engine, which was really nice of him. It performed incredibly well. And also shout out to my team, Team Armageddon. I appreciate them a lot. They test with me, they're really good friends and all of that. Also shout out separately to my friend Clement because he lent me Axis Code Talker because me and my husband only have one, so he lent me his copy. And yeah, going over the deck, first of all going over the prank kits. I played 3 of each of these and then 2 of Roxy's. It's not like it's the worst prank kit or anything like that, but you don't need that many names, I felt like, because I played 42. I was still a bit anxious to play more than 40, but I had to go over 40 just because of, you know, how many hand traps you need to play in this current format. I'm considering testing like a bigger deck overall, just 50 or 60 or something like that. But for this, like all of these ratios, I felt like this amount of prank kits was enough. As for the Brave engine, it's standard and basic, no weird ratios, nothing like that. It's 3 of the Enchantress, 1 Griffin Rider, 3 of Right, 1 Faithful, which I drew a lot in my opening hands, and 1 Dracoback. Dracoback is like the MVP out of almost this entire engine because it deals with so many problematic things. And it took care of Shen Shen, for example, for me in the finals, which I needed for all of my prank kits to go through successfully. So this is it for the Brave engine. For the hand traps, this specific lineup is just because I felt like the ones that are at 3 are the best ones. And this is Ash, Ogre, and also I guess 3 copies of Impermanence. And then the other ones, so Nibiru and Veiler, I put only at 2, just because like I said before, I really didn't want to go over 40, like for a lot of cards. 42 I felt like was cool. When I calculated everything, how many times I can open hand traps, pranks, and the adventure stuff and all of that. And looking at hand traps like, you know, back, I think Ogre was the best one out of all of them. And also Veiler like performed way better than I imagined it's going to. So I think this is like the perfect ratio and also lineup for this current format that we are in. And there's also another hand trap that performed incredibly well, and it's in the side deck. You're gonna see in a second. And as for the prank stuff, I played a smaller ratio. And first of all, like, I don't, you know, I'm not a fan of Pandemonium at 1 because I like the card overall, but in this deck, you almost cannot afford to play more than 1 just because like it seems a bit bricky when you draw a lot of Brave stuff. And at 1 it was enough, although I missed it a bit sometimes when you can play around certain things with the help of Pandemonium, but I still felt like it was cool. So I will not bump it to 2, but it's still a nice card to have, so there's that. And rounding off the deck at 42 is these one-offs, so Thunder Dragon Fusion, Foolish Burial, Instant Fusion, also Call by the Grave. So all of that is pretty much standard, and I also want to address why I didn't play the DPE package, and it was because I felt like it was too bricky in the 40 version, I guess. Although moving forward, I will more than likely, like I said, bump the deck count and then also include the DPE engine and, for example, 141 or Monster Reborn, just a lot of extenders, because I think you can achieve good consistency with this deck if you really calculate your stuff well, and I might do that. But for this event, the deck performed really well. Like, I didn't feel like it bricked, I didn't feel like the ratios were wrong, but sometimes I did draw a lot of Brave engine, which it's still nice and gets you there, but you know, you would still, I guess, prefer to see pranks and also Brave. As for the extra deck, so first of all, the pranks links. 1 Meow Meow, shout out to Clement also, he gave me the like American version, which is prettier to me, so this is cool. I played 2 Doodle, so please don't play 2 Doodle if you can, but I still don't have the 3rd one, and this is like a recurring theme on my channel, I think. But I guess to mitigate that, I've played 2 Bow Wow because I just wanted an extra name since I didn't have Doodle, because I like to go through a lot of links in my first turn to be able to draw with pranks in the end phase. I didn't go for any double Bow Wow plays, nothing like that. It was just here because I didn't have Doodle, and I didn't miss the 3rd one particularly, but I did shuffle it back with pranks a lot. So it's just something you need to do, I guess, if you only play 2. And now for the fusions, Played 2 Butler, which I'm really satisfied with. I think you need to play 2 in this version just because you go into Anaconda, you want to like just get to Butler again and again and again. If you need to reshuffle, for example, Meow with pranks, I guess you cannot afford to reshuffle Butler because you really need to think about your, I guess, follow-up on the following turn. And then 1 of Rocket Ride, 1 of Washer. Didn't use them a lot, but of course they're good cards. They just didn't really come up yesterday. And then as for, I've also played this Link. I never summoned it, but I still like it, so I keep it in my extra deck. But I might cut it if I think it's not really necessary for, I guess, the upcoming tournament. Then I play Anaconda, and I guess also the other Links I can showcase right now. I love Anaconda. I think it's awesome with the Thunder Dragon fusion. I use this not a lot, but when I did, it really did a lot for my turn. More than likely, I won like every single time I made it, if I can remember correctly. Moving forward, of course, I will also include the DPE package, so Anaconda is still a must. And then both Nightmares, because I'm a huge fan of Nightmares. You get to draw if you place all of your links correctly, so you also get card advantage like that. And then access code. Like I said, shout out to Clement for lending me access code. And access code is just awesome. Like, I love it in this deck. It's really free and seals up the game quickly. And then as for the last card, I played Toad because I still like it. Sometimes people are just unaware when you still have 2 waters on board that you can immediately go into Toad. And it's free if you need to break through stuff, and just it's a good card, but I will cut it for Link Spider moving forward because a lot of the times I felt like I could go into Anaconda, but since I didn't have Link Spider, I couldn't, and I considered Link Spider, but I chose Toad instead, which I think was the wrong call. I think I should be playing Link Spider, and I guess you should be too moving forward, or at least testing Link Spider. So as for the side deck, this was the best card of the side deck. Probably one of the best hand traps also. It didn't matter that I bricked on it a couple times. It still just did the job. I played also Lancia. It didn't really come up, but I still think it's almost a necessary side if you're expecting these kinds of decks. So it was there, but it didn't really come up. 1 of Nibiru to round off my side deck because those were the ratios that I chose, and then I still had 1 slot, so I just decided for Nibiru because I didn't want to brick on 3 of them in the main deck. I also had Droll, never sided it, never used it, but I did have it for Flunder, Joytron, and Dragon Link, just stuff like that. So if I was to play against those decks, I would definitely side it in. And then Cyclone, it was really nice, especially one time in the mirror match. In the standby phase, obviously, and it's just a good card because of sight, because of trap decks, all of that, and also Harpies and Red Reboot. I didn't play any trap decks, but it was here just to have them. So as for the matchups, I'll just quickly go over that also. Round 1, I played against Zombie Outlet, so this was the, I guess, trap matchup, but I didn't see Reboot or Harpies. And then I played against Sky Striker, Artifact, DPE, Brave. It was just a pile of everything. Game 1, he sight locked me a lot of times. And then I played against a mirror match. I played against Sword Soul. I lost to, this was my only loss in Swiss. I lost to Bird Brigade. I tied with the mirror match, and then I won against Sword Soul and also Blackwing. And then top 8, I played the mirror match. It was he played a huge pile. It was just 60 card Brave, Illusion of Chaos, Prankist, so a really cool deck. I won that. I won the top 4, also the mirror match. And then in the finals, I played against Virtual World, Brave. So shout out to my friend Tausch. We played in the finals, and that was pretty much it. And that's it for the deck profile. If you enjoyed the vlog, make sure to give me a like, a sub, hopefully you enjoyed, and also check out all of the social media, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!